All right, Shalom Israel. First off, to call law Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem Kakadash. Double honors for our apostles and elders, great millstone, rule well through spirit. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Right, the house of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching living word in sincerity and truth. Shalom to the which encompasses the confusion of faith brothers out there that believe, as well as the select sisters out there that are humble, patiently waiting the salvation as well. How about Shem Yahweh Shai? Alright, this is your brother Yarala from GMS Dallas. Back to another lesson through the spirit power by the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And just want to go through a quick lesson tonight concerning this video that you can see. I'm pretty sure brothers have already tuned into it. A lesson done by Apostle Gabar. As you can see, the title of it says Daily Edification, Agent Provocateur, or Hebrew Israelite. And so, excuse me if I voice sound a little off. I'm kind of under the weather right now. But the apostle kind of went through a video. Looks like these guys are from, I believe, HOI, another Israelite group. I believe that's what Priest Zabak. These guys are at a gun range, showing off their weapons. Some saying that they're getting ready for Esau, getting ready for this, this race riots, and Esau making the move on Jake. They're doing all these carnal things, but that's all they're broadcasting and professing is carnality, And so that's hence the title of this lesson. So I just want to go into one point on this video. Once you watch it, one of the guys mentioned that they're going to try to tap into the realm of Esau, which is the weaponry, the guns, things of that nature. And that just brought to my mind, which any man of the Lord will perceive that's just ridiculously carnal. That's actually probably the dumbest statement I've ever heard an Israelite make. The most carnal and dumb statement a man that called himself an Israelite could ever make. Trying to tap into Esau's realm to try to defeat Esau. And that just shows you a few things. One, that you Jakes out there that are thinking that you can just go to the gun range and portray your guns and shoot and try to obtain all these carnal weaponry. You're scared, man. You're scared. You have no faith in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. Okay? And you carnal as all hell, man. And you have no understanding of the scriptures. But ultimately, there's no faith. You're thinking that like the elders have been saying, brothers in our camp, Jay thinking that for some reason them practicing weapons that they're going to turn into the equalizer in that time. You think you're going to be Denzel Washington, Keanu Reeves, John Wick. You think you'll be that movie Equilibrium with Christian Bale, doing a pistol kata. You're thinking all these crazy things are going to happen in that time to where you're just going to be a complete badass with guns. And that's not going to happen, man. That's not the way that it's going to go down. Most times not going to bless us with carnal knowledge, man. We're going to be blessed with spiritual power upon high to destroy whatever weapon Esau has, man. Jake thinks too small, man. Like I said, you think you're going to just become a complete badass where you're going to shoot people out with pistols and Glocks and rifles. No, man. We're looking for something better, man. The scriptures say our bodies can be changed in the twinkling of an eye, man. We're going to have spiritual power, okay? We're going to do greater things than what Yahweh Shai did on the planet Earth, man. And what are some of the things he did? He raised the dead, okay? He was able to maneuver through crowds and teleport, turn water into wine. Those are just small things compared to what we're going to be able to do when the elect is glorified, man. It ain't about just guns. Like I said, that shows Jake has a lot of Israelites out there have a lack of faith, man. And you're going to end up folding in that time because you don't believe the words that are written in the scriptures, man. And so that with that carnal mindset, trying to tap into Esau's weapon and Esau's blessing, you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to get people destroyed because you're going to have a lot of blood in your hands. Because what are you putting out there? You're not pushing faith and having that faith and just believing on Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai and for him to lift up that standard, which is going to be spiritual power. Okay? You're pushing trying to win by a carnal means. Tap into his realm, which is what? The sword. That's Esau's blessing, man. You can't tap into Esau's blessing and defeat him any more than he can tap into our blessing, which is what? The spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, which rests upon the elect right now. He can't tap into the spirit and defeat us, man. That was only given to the elect of Israel on this side, which will be given to the whole nation once the elect is saved, and then 2/3 are going to have to come back. But that spirit is what was given to Jacob, man. The portion of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is Jacob. Esau's portion is carnality and the sword, man. So you're not going to be able to go into his arena and defeat him, man. And to think you can It's completely crazy, and it doesn't make any sense. But everyone has a lot to play at the end of the day. So without further ado, I'm not going to continue to talk. I'm going to let the scripture speak. So I mentioned that standard being lifted up. So let's get that first. And I didn't have anything written down, just kind of going in the spirit right now. So Lord willing, it's not going to be too long. I'm not going to hold you all account too long. But, that just him making that statement just kind of sparked something for me to do a lesson on this. So I believe it's Isaiah 59. Okay, so it's Isaiah chapter 59, starting at verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And that's what's going to happen, man. Once Esau comes in with his weaponry, with his tanks and everything like that, because Esau has weapons that we haven't even seen yet, man. And you get an inkling of the movies that comes out, the movies that they put out, man. That's just a smidgen and just a small showcase of what type of weapons that this devil has been blessed with, man. The nuclear capability that these nations are getting, especially Esau. They have robots that are going to be able to search Jake out in these rural areas that can get over any terrain. They have sound cannons and things that they showed you that on the Incredible Hulk, man, to where it was stopping him. A sound cannon. They have weapons to where they can shoot it at you to where you feel like your skin is burning. But Jake is going to a gun range with a HK5 at best. You know what I'm saying? A Tommy gun, a rifle, a shotgun, an AR-15. That's child's play compared to what Esau has, man. This military weapon. You don't understand, man. This is his blessing, man. He was given the knowledge and the wisdom from Yahweh Shah to dive into making these weaponries, man. And Jake you may get a hold of a rocket launcher, maybe a few grenades, some flashbangs. Like I said, an AR-15 that you shoot at a gun range that you rented, probably renting bullets. You guys are crazy, man. And if you get a carnal mind state, man, you're gonna be put to death if you don't repent and get in line with Yahweh Shah, get in line with the real power that's gonna be able to save us, man. That's how Yahweh Shah has this thing set up to where the only way out of this is going to be through his spirit, man. And then that's that spirit that's going to lift up that standard, man. Not of our own means, because you doing that is you're giving a glory unto yourself and not Yahweh Shah, and ultimately, because you don't have any faith, man. Okay, so I'm gonna read that again. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh by Shah from the west. And they're gonna fear, man. Once the Most High really sets up that standard and raises up his men, and once Yahweh Shah cracked them clouds, so to speak, with the holy host of angels, with those chariots, which we know, which everyone calls UFOs, but we know they're identifiable flying objects. Okay, they're the chariots of the Heavenly Father, man. Once he comes and cracks some clouds, man, and manifests themselves fully, there's gonna be fear upon these nations, and there's glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy, will be Esau, at the time of Jacob's trouble, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And that's going to be that spiritual power, man. Okay? We're going to be blessed with abilities upon eye, with spiritual power, man, like in the days of old, man. Even more greater, to where King David was putting to death tens of thousands of men. They were singing about that, When you read Psalms 18 chapter, it tells you he had feet like hinds legs. He was able to bend a bow of steel, man. And that was in one of and we weren't even glorified like that. We was in, the Most High was dealing, but we wasn't fully glorified, And so then that's what's going to happen, man. We're going to be blessed with powers and abilities beyond belief, man, to where we're not going to have to pick up a gun. We're going to be able to do things with our mind, man. Let's get to Esau's blessing real quick. Genesis chapter 27. Start at verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So Esau's blessing is to live by the sword, man. Okay? The sword is a killing instrument, man. And so what's the modern day sword? These guns, tanks, okay, these fighter jets, okay, these missile defense systems, aircraft carriers, all these drone technology, all these different things Esau's been blessed with, man. And he's living by it, and he's utilizing it to control the earth, man. And you niggas think that going to a gun range twice a week with some AR-15s is going to help you? No, man. You're going to be sadly disappointed, greatly disappointed, and mowed down, man, because of that carnal mindset, man. Okay, not being in the spirit and having faith in the Heavenly Father that He's going to do these things, man. If you understand how He put us in captivity, He put the basis of men over us to where we were more than the sand of the sea, and we were still able to be taken down. A higher power did that, man. So a higher power can get us out of this situation as well. Okay, you're not gonna have to resort to all that. Now, if you want to be licensed and have a firearm, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what we're supposed to be pushing out amongst Israel, man. We're supposed to be pushing out faith in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and Him lifting up that standard, man. And we just preach the truth, man. You know, now, if you go to a gun range, whatever, but you do move with the understanding that that's not what's going to save you at the end of the day. And that's not what you push amongst our people. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of blood in your hands because as leaders, Israelites are following us, man. The people that don't really have the understanding, they're following us what we push. Whether you of IUIC, whether you of HOI, whether you of was it Comfy's church? I believe IC, JC, whatever alphabet they are. You know, whether you're Bubbleize, GOCC, or GMS, Great Millstone, or whatever other camp out there. You know, One Body in Christ, whoever. There are people out there that are following us. You know, and it's a job to lead. And the false leaders and teachers are going to have a lot of blood on their hands, man. But as you can see, the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, they don't push that, man. Because why? That's not what the scriptures say, man. Even the Lord told Peter, you know, you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword, loosely paraphrasing. Well, let me grab that real quick. I believe it's he that take up the sword. Slovakia. So this is Matthew chapter 26, verse 51. And behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew a sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote out his ear. And then when you read in I believe the book of John, it gives you more information. So that was Peter that took out a sword, and it was Malchus, who was the servant that got his ear struck off. You know. Then say Yahushua unto him, which is Peter, put up thy sword into his place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Okay, so you take up the sword, you're gonna perish with the sword, man. That's the end result of trying to come up against this devil in a carnal manner, because his realm, his whole blessing, how he lives is in carnality, man. You can't dive, like I said earlier, there's no success in venturing off into this devil's realm blessing any more than he can venture off into our realm, our blessing, which is the spirit, and defeat us, man. That's why they can't. That's why they're still trying to figure out a way to come to Great Millstone, but they can't, man. They can't infiltrate. They can't really discount it. They can't really talk bad about it because it's all the spirit, man. So eventually it's going to come to what they're doing now, which we're in a time. They're just lying and slandering now, making up stuff, taking vids that brothers have did when they're bringing it out, chopping it up to their benefit, to put Hebrew Israelites in a negative light, okay? And taking out all the wickedness of these other people, chiefly these Edomites, what they're doing, what really happens in those videos, and they're controlling the narrative, man. So they're just gonna have to lie, like the time of Nero. They're gonna have to just make up shit for the men of the Lord. Okay, you other camps out there that are 2/3 that don't have it, that are not of the spirit, that the Most High is not dealing with. You're in the carnal mindset anyway, so they're gonna get you. You're gonna be swallowed up, man. But the men of the Lord are going to be protected this time. You know, that spirit is going to lift up a standard, man. Because why? All the men of the Lord are going to do is going to preach the truth, man, and follow the spirit. And the spirit is going to make an intercession for that and lift up a standard. So let's read it again. Matthew chapter 26, verse 52. Then said Yahushua unto him, put up again thy sword into his place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled that thus it must be? Right. So how shall I say it back then, man? I can make a prayer and we can take down this place, man. You know, but things must happen in the spirit, man. You know, all things must be fulfilled. So we have to follow the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. When every time Israel went off on their own accord, got out of the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we failed, man. We were put to flight amongst our enemies, man. Every time we didn't follow the spirit and follow the will of the Heavenly Father, man, and try to take a carnal win, we always lost. Okay, it's not nothing. There's nothing new under the sun. It's not going to be different in this time as well, man. Okay, you try to take up a carnal means and you try to get carnal wins and not get wins in the spirit and be patient. You're going to take an L, man, and it's going to be bad for you. Okay, you're going to be swept away and all that madness. Romans chapter 8. Let's see. Verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. So if you're thinking fleshly, man, you're going to mind things of the flesh, man. You're going to think about trying to take up arms against this devil. And so we have our own military, make up excuses. We don't have a military. King David had an army, a military, man. We don't have a military here, man. Okay. Now there are spiritual soldiers in the army of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but that's of the spirit, man. But we don't have no readily available military to take on this devil, man. You know, and if you thinking that, man, hey, like I said, you're gonna find things out of the flesh, and of the flesh, you're gonna reap corruption, man. And because you're not sowing to the spirit, you're gonna be sowing to the flesh, trying to reap them fleshly wins, and you're gonna reap corruption. You're gonna have a corruptible crown, okay? But they're after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So, like I said, that carnal mindset, that's nothing but death and destruction, man. You know, you have to follow the spirit, man. That's when you're gonna have life and peace. You know, you're not gonna be afraid of what this devil has to offer. Now, demons are gonna mess with you, and there may be a little fear, but in all actuality, you're gonna have that thought. It's gonna appear in your head because Satan is here to try to tempt us and to try to throw us off the path. But if you're the spirit, man, the spirit's gonna take over and it's gonna calm you and give us life and peace, man, to where we're gonna be cool no matter what happens, man. We'll be able to lay down our life, but that's still you'll be one of the ones that's raised up. You'll meet the rest of your elect in the clouds, man. You know, that's in First Thessalonians the fourth chapter. That you should not prevent them which are asleep. Those that die in Yahushua, okay, they're gonna be amongst that elect as well, man. So if you have to be a martyr, then you lay your life down, man. You know, but if you're the spirit, you're gonna have peace. Okay, it's gonna calm you. You're not gonna be you're not gonna be rattled in the spirit, man. And that's what a lot of you guys are. You just getting rattled, man, because you're not in the spirit, man. You have a carnal mindset right now. You trying to glorify yourself, and that's why Jake is getting scared, man. You know, we're all men here. You're gonna have thoughts, but if you're of the spirit, then you're gonna be, it's gonna be all good, man. Just submit to the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and believe you're gonna be good, man. That faith is what's gonna get us there. But if you don't have faith in this thing, hey, it's impossible to please Yahweh Bashem Yahushua without faith. Okay, and if you don't please the Heavenly Father, then you're not gonna be protected and covered in that day, man. Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much I had. That's pretty much the point. Those are the key scriptures, man. Like I said, I didn't want to hold brothers too long. But, you know, I think the point has been made, man. Follow the spirit, man. Follow the spirit and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, okay? To the best of your ability. And, you know, it's time to leave out doubt. Hey, like I said, we're men, so Satan is gonna try us. He's going to try to bring thoughts in your head. What do? You combat it with how the Lord combated it, with the word, with the scriptures. You stay in the word, man. You read, you pray more and more, you fast, okay? And you just believe, man. And just do the things that the scriptures say no matter what happens, man. Because these devils finna start, you can already say they're starting to lie on us, man. They finna come with it. Okay? We finna be put out there, man, in an extremely negative light amongst the world. And people are going to be looking at us at your jobs, with your family, at the supermarket, you know, at the gas station, at the red light, you might be recognized. You know, people are gonna be looking at us, and hey, some people may try to tempt us and impress you a little bit, you know. And then eventually Esau's going, and eventually all Jacob's trouble is gonna manifest itself, man. But we're gonna be saved out of it, so that'd be a good scripture to end out on. Okay, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, it's gonna be a great day, none like it's been before, man. Okay, it's gonna get real. Like, we about to see some shit. You know, at the time of Egypt, when you can read about this in the Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter. In the time of Egypt, the first Egypt when we was in that captivity, the type of plagues that the Yahweh Shah brought upon them, okay, it's going to be way worse, because we're going to talk about this deliverance versus the deliverance of the last Egypt. You know, and you can read about that in Jeremiah the 16th chapter. Okay, but again, those plagues and the things that they saw in Egypt, the people that weren't covered, it's gonna happen again here, man. And if we're not covered, man, we about to see some shit. And you're gonna have to be grounded and rooted in that faith and that wisdom and knowledge. Is gonna have to be the stability of our times, man. Okay, but hey, Jacob's gonna be saved out of it, man. The elect are gonna be delivered, man, and covered and protected. All right. So hey, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying for y'all. Lord willing, this is the boost in the spirit. Hey, call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem Karkadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone, rule well through the spirit. Peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect. Shalom.